Okay, I think you're with me. YouTube says I'm live. I apologize. I'm a minute or two late. But I did a live video about the coronavirus and ways to both prevent and to recover quickly from it. So for those of you that are concerned, that is in the private group on Facebook. I think I'll be able to download it and post it on YouTube and then onto the other Facebook stations. I'm not sure, but I'll record another one if I can't. I know there's a lot of concern about coronavirus, and I don't want to get into it now because now's when we meditate, but I did want to address it. So many people have contacted me. So many people are so worried, and they have been asking me, what do I do? Am I safe? And all of that. So I wanted to address that. I wanted to help people feel better, to help people know that that they can be safe, that they don't need to be afraid, and that there's an easy way to address it. Again, this is going to work overall health and well-being. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that was there. Like I said, I might have something in YouTube in the next day or two. But for right now, with everything that's happening and all the things being shut down and all the fear, of course, we know fear is the worst thing we can do. It's going to be the worst thing for our body. So I thought what I'd do is tie that into tonight's meditation. So what I want to talk about is how to use meditation for something like illness, to heal illness. You hear a lot of stories about miraculous healing. And I talk about, in my classes, I talk about the fact that miraculous healing isn't really miraculous. The body recovers from all sorts of things. It can have advanced stage cancer and recover from it. If we cut ourselves, we heal. If we break a bone, we heal. The body will heal as long as the systems are turned on, and we spend too much time with our systems turned off. And so that's what makes us sick. There's this great book by Stephen Levine called A Year to Live. And he talks about the fact that there's a very high percentage of people that when they're diagnosed with a fatal condition, when they're diagnosed terminal, that and told they have a year to live, hence the name of the book, many people will quit their jobs, quit doing the things they don't love. They'll spend more time with the people they love. They'll spend more time doing what makes them happy. And a large majority of them either recover or extend their life far beyond the anticipated lifespan. This is a really important thing to understand about the brain and how it works. That as long as we're doing things that put the brain in the right function, it recovers, it knows how to heal. And so one of the things that's used commonly in alternative healing methods is visualization. There's a great story about a little boy that cured brain cancer by pretending the tumor in his brain was an asteroid. And he would just imagine laying in bed at night and shooting it into smaller and smaller pieces until it was gone, like the old game Asteroids. And that boy, his tumor broke up in a similar way to the asteroid game. It was reminiscent of it, not exactly, because tumors don't work that way, but it did have some resemblance. And so there's something to that. Now, do I think we can visualize our way out of everything? No. And I'm not one for, I talk a lot about vision instead of visualization. But we can put focus to the body. So, and the reason why this works is that lovely part of our brain I talk about a lot called the insula. So the insula, again, its job is to measure interoceptive emotion. So it's measuring the state of the body. So it's measuring homeostasis. So the insula knows if we're sick. The insula knows if we're in fight or flight. It knows if the digestive system is shut down. It knows if we're not getting enough air in our lungs. It knows if our muscles are fatigued, right? So the insula is there measuring that homeostatic state of the body all the time. And as it's measuring that, it's triggering cognitive functions in the brain that drive motivation. So at the very base level, what's happening is if we become aware of a condition in our body and we trigger motivation, we can actually use that against ourselves and get sicker by triggering stress because we're worried about something about like the coronavirus. If we're worried about getting the coronavirus, we're actually creating stress that makes us more at risk. It's called self-fulfilling prophecy. Or I was talking to my granddaughter about it today. It could be that if I get just even the sniffles, I might think I have coronavirus, and then I could actually go to a hospital where someone has it and contract it. So if I know I have a strong immune system, if I know my insula is reading a body, so if I'm doing my practices and if my body is not in a stress state, if I'm in a centered, focused state, the interoceptive relationship between my body and my brain is going to motivate me to more health because that's what my body wants. This is why I can't eat food I used to eat. A lot of people know I went through this bout recently where I thought it was food poisoning, and it was very mild. I've had salmonella before, and this was nowhere near as bad as then. But it turns out it's not even that. It's that I can't eat unhealthy food anymore. My body won't let me. It responds instantly and viciously. So in that regard, my body is having this interoceptive relationship that's motivating my insula to say, oh no, we're going to send up alarms when you've had unhealthy food, because good health, there's an awareness of good health in the body. So a lot of times if we do focus, what I'm going to call mindfulness, not visualization, but say we have a knee injury, and if we mindfully focus on our knee and feeling energy there, we can actually feel heat build. We can feel that staticky feeling or the buzzing energy or the effervescence, like bubbles in our body. We can actually generate a feeling there, and we can actually cause an interoceptive reaction in our insula that might send more antibodies there or whatever we need for healing. So I am going to do that meditation tonight. So that was a rather extensive brain hack description of the meditation tonight. But I think it's really important. And I think doing something that the brain says is going to give me health and well-being will help. The other thing is do your practices. You won't be at risk of the coronavirus. And even if you were to have it, you will recover quickly if you are doing at least phase 2 practices every day. So I think that's the last I'm going to say about that. I am going to start meditating. So I just need to quickly, I was not prepared because I was live, so I did not create a picture. Don't want you distracted watching me. I want you to be able to center and focus and connect with the meditation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fade to black so that all you have there is my logo. And I am going to shift gears. And tonight's meditation is going to be about the concept of bringing more health and well-being to the body. And so as we move forward, you will actually be able to use this for any time you have an ailment or an injury. You'll be able to use this meditation. And so what I'm going to do to begin this meditation is the first thing I want you to do is just allow yourself to get comfortable. Allow yourself to relax. Don't worry about being in a meditative posture specifically. Don't insist on sitting a certain way. Just relax. Sit back in your favorite chair or lay on the floor or your bed. Just be comfortable. And now what I want you to do is you're going to become consciously aware of that insula. You're going to become consciously aware of the somatic state of your body. So you're going to become aware of how your body is experiencing the world right now. Do you feel comfortable? Are you tight anywhere? Do you already suffer conditions that you've had? Illnesses or vulnerabilities? Have you had a compromised immune system in the past? Do you get sick easy? So we're just going to be aware of our body. And what I want you to become aware of is become aware of the muscles in your body relaxing. Just giving them permission to just enter a more relaxed state. Allow your breath to deepen. Your mind to become more centered. Now, as you're feeling the state of your body, become aware of any part of your body that might be compromised, that might not be in perfect health. So if you've ever had digestive problems, or if you're worried about your lungs, or having healthy blood, or your heart, even if you feel really healthy and you're like, I want to improve my vision, or I want to have more energy, connect with what part of the body where that improvement would happen. And then as you connect, I want you to be aware of how that part of your body feels right now. Wherever that part of your body is that you want to improve, how does that feel in this moment? Does it feel tight? Does it hurt? Just become aware of it. And now be aware of the cells in that part of your body, each individual cell. Be aware of the DNA within the cell. And the atoms within it. All the way down to the very molecule. And be aware of those molecules vibrating. They're in there colliding, but just be aware of vibration. So energy vibrates. We talk about having vibration, and I don't believe we're all supposed to match some vibration, but the more energy we produce in our body, the higher our vibration, because the molecules are colliding faster. So we're not trying to align with energy or anything. Just be aware of the molecules in that part of your body that may not have felt perfect, or that you would love to see be able to do or be more. Now, Imagine those molecules slowly increasing their vibration. So imagine that like they are producing more heat. Humans produce a lot of energy. This is how our brain runs. This is how our body functions. This is why we are generally 98.6 degrees, give or take a few degrees. Is that electrical energy our body is producing. So as our body produces that energy, imagine the energy in whatever part of your body you want to improve. Imagine the energy in that part increasing, the heat building, and become aware of what you feel. Do you feel heat? Do you feel buzzing? Do you feel anything at all? Do you feel nothing? And if so, what does the nothing feel like to you? Does it feel like emptiness? Or does it feel like weight? Does it feel like muscle and sinew and bone and blood? Or does it feel like emptiness? And just now imagine, and however you see it is how you see it. But imagine that whatever your body needs to improve or heal or strengthen in that part of your body, imagine that that is occurring right now, and imagine what that looks like while it's happening in your body. And what I want you to do is try to articulate what it is. So I'm going to give us a couple moments of silence. I suggest writing it if you can, but if not, saying it out loud or speaking it in your mind. Try to articulate what's happening, what you're seeing or smelling or hearing or sensing. What are you physically feeling as the body responds and improves its function? So again, I'm going to fall silent for a minute while you do that. That silence begins now. So as you continue the meditation tonight, if you decide to continue your writing, what I recommend is either doing the writing we've been doing, writing about the internal experience of the body improving. You can also write about how your life feels. Little day-to-day things. What's it like when you wake up in the morning or when you go throughout your day with this healthier or improved body? What changes in your day? And so you can just write about that. Both of these are good contemplations that are triggering that communication between the two hemispheres. So as you move through the week, what I'm going to recommend is doing this at least once a day. And if you're worried about something like the coronavirus, feel that in your lungs. Feel your lungs being strong and feel your immune system being strong and fighting off viruses. There are so many viruses in the world, and the immune system fights them all the time. And all fear will do is weaken that immune system. I'm not going to tell you don't be afraid because it doesn't work that way. I'm just going to remind you to do your practices. Meditate every day. If you do your practices, you won't get sick. You won't get these illnesses if you do them and you do them in the right way. So make it a priority. Make your own health and well-being a priority. Make it important enough you're willing to do practices for at least 20 minutes. Give yourself more time if you can, but do at least 20 minutes a day. So what I think I'm going to do is leave you in your contemplation, leave you in your meditation of feeling your body become stronger and letting you describe that. Describe it the best you can. Sometimes it can seem like a strange technicolor show you're watching or a strange sound you're hearing that you can't quite describe. The harder it is to describe, the better it is for your brain and the stronger your immune system will be. The faster you will heal from whatever condition you may have. So again, I think I'm going to leave us there tonight. I'm going to suggest you continue writing, continue your contemplation for as long as you can, or for as long as the words come. And that as you move forward, you remember to stay healthy, to stay in your practices. But if you get sick, do practices. You will heal faster. So again, that's what I'm going to do for tonight. I hope everyone has a beautiful evening, that you all feel safe and well, and that however you decide to continue forward on your journey, I do wish you tremendous success. Have a beautiful evening.